Welcome to the e-learning session. This initiative is taken by Cambridge International School, the SUA. I am Navdeep, working as PGT Informatics Practices here. Today we will focus on yet another topic of Python. So the today's topic is in data frame only, that is the operations are joining, merging and concatenation. These are the one of the important functions in data frame that we apply on the data frames. Students, moving next. First of all, we will discuss as usual that whatever the topics we have covered earlier. In the last couple of lectures, we have focused on iteration. Iteration is looping. We apply the row-wise operation. Under row-wise, we were having three functions. Then we have iterating over rows using column method. And then finally, we discussed in the last lecture indexing using labels and how we can apply the queries on indexed labels. Hope you have practiced these topics. Moving forward. So students, today we will focus on joining, merging and concatenation. Before going into the details of the topic, I will just highlight the background of this topic. Students, the data in real life is present in multiple files. It's not always the case that we are going to deal with a single file. So when the data is available in multiple files with some of the columns present in more than one file. So in that case, the first thing that comes in our mind is the joining of files. So in real life scenario, we may encounter a scenario where the data that we are going to use is not in a single file, that is available in multiple files. So that's why the need for joining comes into being. Joining and merging data frame is the core process to start with data analysis and machine learning. So these are the very important functions of data analysis, and it is also being used in machine learning. The importance of this function is that we need to bring all the data in one place by some sort of join logic and then start your analysis part. So for better clarity, we can say the join is applied as we apply in SQL, clear, structured query language. So in databases we also apply the same join operations on tables. So this is the brief importance of this joining and merging operation. So what it exactly is: a data frame, as we all know, is a two-dimensional data structure with rows and columns. In a data frame, the data is aligned in the form of rows and columns only. A data frame can perform different arithmetic operations like addition, multiplication, as well as the condition operations. It has mutable size, means its size can be changed, altered, clear. So changes can be made inside a data frame. Now students, what are the modules are needed to run these join, merging and concatenation operation? So we need basically two modules. One is NumPy and second is Pandas. We already familiar with all these two modules. Now focusing first on the data frame concatenation. So for that we will use this concat function. Concatenation, as you already know, that how to basically combine two things. So that is the concatenation by word meaning. So concat function does all the heavy lifting of performing concatenation operations along an axis while performing optional set logic of indexes on the other axis. So you might find it definition a bit difficult, so we'll do it practically for a better clarity. As you can see here, now in front of you, you are finding a data frame, clear. So first The Python program, this is a just example that we are going to discuss. Python program to concatenate data frames using pandas. So first of all, students, we have created a direct data frame. We have used a dictionary, clear, and these are the keys of dictionary, and these are their corresponding values, clear. This is the first data frame, and this data frame is also containing a index. Similarly, we have a data frame 2, clear, and then we have a data frame 3. So with the larger view, this is data frame 1, data frame 2, and similar data frame 3. And then we have applied the concatenation operation on all these 3 data frames. And moving forward, so this sort of output we will see, clear. So after concatenation operation, so we will do this practically on the Python platform. So students, coming to the Python platform, so as you see that I have already copied the program, clear. It will be very time consuming that if I keep on writing the program in front of you. So you see the first step is import pandas as PD, clear, and this program is there for program to concatenate the data frames using pandas. So as described in the PPT, this is the data frame first created, clear, and this is the data frame number 2, and subsequently in the downward side you can see we are having a third data frame also, clear. Its index value starting from 0 1 2 3, then 4 5, and so on, like this. And you see here finally very simple concatenate function of pandas library, and what we have to mention the data frame first, clear, in the above part, then the data frame 2, data frame 3. So all these data frame are basically combined together using the concatenate function, and then when you run this program, so ultimately what you will find in the output part, like see the data frame first, then the second data frame, and the third data frame. So all these 3 data frames are now coming into the output part. So this is how we can basically combine together the data frames using the concatenation operation. So this is the first operation of that is series of operation that we are going to perform today. So next we will move to the next operation. So coming back to the PPT part. So dear students, the next operation that we are going to perform on the data frame is the merge operation. So Panda provides a single function, merge function, as the entry point for all standard database join operations between data frame objects. Students, before going into the details, we need to understand what this definition contains. That merge operation is basically done as the entry point for all standard database joins. So first I will bring into the sort of what you have understood in the +1, the database join operation. So what is a database join operation? Why we do the join operation in database? So let us assume that we have 2 tables, student and a faculty table. So let's say some student information we need to fetch from the faculty table. So because the we cannot fetch the faculty information about a particular student from the faculty table. For this operation, where we need to have information from multiple tables, we need to apply the join operation in database. So similarly, in the same way, we are going to apply the join operation here in the data frames. So how the merging operation is done? Moving forward, so this is the example that we will follow in the Python platform also. Just we have basically first data frame, clear, and we have named it as left data frame, and the second data frame we have named it as right data frame. And then you see in the merge, basically the next operation that we are going applying here. So under pandas library, the merge operation, and the first parameter is left. Left is what? Your first data frame. The second parameter is right, that is our second data frame. Then how the operation is to be applied, that is inner. This is how the inner join is applied. Similarly, this inner operation will be applied here, and where it will be applied, you see our data frames are having the in the form of, they are converted from dictionary. Clear? So they are applied on this key. Clear? This is the attribute on which we are going to apply the this inner join operation. Clear? And when this join is done, so this sort of output you will find here. What is there in the earlier part? Data frame 1 with these rows A and B, and here the rows are C and D, but with a common attribute, that is key. Clear? So key values here and here both are same. That's why this is the important most part in a inner join. Clear? So inner join, we need a common, as in a student and in a faculty table we need a common attribute that act as a foreign key. So here this key is acting as a, you can say, the bridging part between the two data frames. So when this is done, so this sort of output you will find. Clear? So what is there in the first frame? A and B rows, and then C and D, and similarly you will find A and B and then their corresponding C and D based on the keys. These are the common key, K0, K1, K2, K3. These are the common elements, and then we have A values, B values, corresponding C values and D values. And we can see that how this operation is applied in Python platform. So first we need to import pandas. Clear? Then we have created two data frames. Clear? First data frame named as left, second data frame named as right. Then with the merge function, merging the data frames. Left is the first parameter, that is my first data frame. Right is my second parameter, that is the basically second data frame. The third parameter is how inner. So we are going to apply here a inner join operation. And what is the common key? That is the key is the common attribute in both the data frames. Based on that we are going to apply the merge operation, and when this merge is done you will find the keys first, that is the common attribute, then the values of A from first data frame, then the values of B from the first data frame, then the values of C from the second data frame, and D from the second data frame. So see students how the data frame operation is done. Clear? Here the merging is done on the data frame. So students, moving forward, the third operation of the day that we are going to apply is the join operation. So pandas has full featured high performance in memory join operations, idiomatically very similar to the relational databases like SQL. So join operation is 101% same as you have applied in the databases. Clear? So if you know a bit of how the join operation is done on the databases, that will be very handy. If you don't know, we'll go through this in detail. You need not to worry that you don't know about the SQL operation. So you see here again we are picking up example here students. The program is there, Python program to join the data frames using pandas. So again we have taken the data frame 1, we have named it as left. This now includes the index value. These are earlier we were having keys, now we are having these index values in the data frame 1. And similarly in the second data frame we have named it as right, and these are its two list, and the third list contains the index values. And see students how this operation is very simple is there. Left means my first data frame, it is joined with the right, that is my second data frame. And you know that when we are going to apply a join operation, the very important step is that we must have a common attribute. So that is index is now acting as my a common attribute here. And when you run this program, so you will find this sort of output before you. So we will move to the Python platform for a better clarity. So coming to the Python platform. So students, here this is our the third program of the day, that is the join operation. So first operation as it is, that is the importing the pandas as PD. Then we have created the first data frame,
named it as left. Then we have created the second data frame with the named as right, and you see the index is now my acting as a common attribute between these two data frames, because this will play a vital role in basically joining these two tables. So first I have mentioned my first data frame left dot, that is the join method, and then I have passed in the join operation I have passed data frame to right as a parameter, and this is how the joining will be done. And when you run this program, you will see the output. Clear? Output is similar to the earlier one. Clear? So here we have data frame 1, data frame 2, clear, and then their common index value, because this plays the vital role based on which the joining is done between the two data frames. So students, that it's very important that you go through holistically from all these operations, clear, and practice them, because the Python you will be understanding when you will be executing these programs. Just looking at the lectures will not serve the purpose. So coming back to the PPT part, so for better understanding, you see I am sharing the resources, whatever the resources that will help you in understanding and picking up the examples. So first is Geeks for Geeks. This is a very good website, and even the elaborated the material in a very easy form, so you can use that link also. So I have taken the example from this resource only, and you can refer to the tutorial point also. This is another resource, clear, a very important one for understanding this part. So there are many resources are there, clear. So these are the resources that will help you out. You can refer to the your books also, because you don't forget that that understanding in detail from the books is very very important. And finally students, I thank you all for attending the session. Hope the session is quite fruitful for you, and I thank you a lot. Thanks very much.